we will discuss about the one more lab program, that is an design, develop and implement the C or the Java program to generate the machine code using an triples for the statement. That means you will be having this particular statement. Okay, you need to generate for this the machine code. That is, here the machine code is not the sequence of zeros and ones. We are generating the assembly code. So where you are having the instructions using and move, load and all the things. So we are generating the machine code, which is nothing but an assembly code for this particular statement. A is equal to minus B star within a parenthesis C plus D. And they have given the, so directly I cannot generate the machine code for this particular expression. I need to convert initially this one to the 3 address code format. So this is a 3 address what we have generated, that is the intermediate representation. So 3 address code is nothing but one of the intermediate representation. So like what are the different intermediate representations we are having, we have studied, that is nothing but a syntax tree. We have DAG, that is a directed cyclic graph. It is also one of the intermediate representation. Then we saw that 3 address code. So that is also one of the intermediate representation. In this we are not using the syntax tree, or we are not using the DAG representation. Here we are using a 3 address code representation as an intermediate representation. This is also given in the question only. So they have given the statement and they have given the 3 address code representation for the statement expression, and you need to convert this one into the machine code by using a triplet format. So now this is the statement, this is the 3 address code. So 3 address code is very simple. So minus B, so initially I am storing it one temporary variable T1, and C plus D we are performing, storing in one more variable T2. Then what we are doing, so I am performing the multiplication between this minus B C plus D, which is there in the T1 and T2, store the result in the T3, and finally assign the T3 to the A. So that is the that is the 3 address code what that is generated for this. And what is the 3 address code, that all of you know that here will have a maximum of the 3 operands will be there, and you will have an 2 operator or less than 2 operator also. So here we are having only the assignment operator, but here there are 2 operator. One is assignment operator, one is an addition operator. So maximum in the each of the instruction you will have an 3 operands. Okay, that is why it is called as an 3 address code. So in this to convert this one into an machine code, that is an assembly code. So you will be having one input file and the output file. So in the input file you are reading whatever your 3 address code is there, that one you are passing in the input file, and the output file you are getting the, that is your whatever the assembly code, that is nothing but final code what you are wanted to get, that will be stored in the one output file called as an output.txt, and input.txt will have your 3 address code. Okay, but we are not storing this one in whatever we are having, that is T1 is equal to minus B, like that. But in order to store that one in the input file, we are storing like this. Initially the first element is nothing but a result, the next element is argument 1, next is argument operator, the next one is an argument 2. So that is how we are storing your 3 address code. 3 address code is not stored as it is. So how we are storing, we are taking the 4 columns here. So what is the first element represent? The first element represent the result. Second element will represent the argument 1. So here argument 1 is nothing but a minus B, that is the argument. And the next one is the operator. So here only the operator what we are having is the is equal to, therefore equal operator, and there is no argument 2. In the first instruction there is no argument, therefore question mark will be considered. So next one, T2 is equal to C plus D. So which is the result? T2 is the result, argument 1 is C, operator is plus, and argument 2 is okay D. This mainly, this program, it works only for this particular statement and for this 3 address code representation. If you will take any different, I think so it will not be considered. Or what you have to do is, so that is the reason we are giving that one in this particular format. So whichever may be the, suppose instead of an star, if I am applying minus, it should work. So instead of this, if I am considering any other operator, division operator, it should work. So that is the reason we are considering the 3 address code in this particular format. We are not considering it as it is. Okay. So because it should work for the any other expressions also. That is the reason. So what is our first column represent? Result. What is the second column represent? The argument 1. What is the third column represent? Operator. What is the fourth column represent? The next argument, that is the argument 2. So that is the reason, since it should work for any expression with any of the operator, that is the reason we are considering like this. We are storing it in the 4 columns. Okay, so we are not taking the input as it is the 3 address code representation. Now in the output file we will have to generate the assembly code, that is the machine code. Okay, you are getting. So in this particular output file, so for what is this first instruction, I am moving the minus b, that is the argument, to the result, that is the T1. So move, I am moving this variable to the register, because assembly code whenever we will be considering, we have to consider the registers also. And here you cannot perform the any of the addition or the any of the subtraction, division between the 2 registers. One should be in the memory and the other one should be in the register. So initially I am moving whatever the value is there into the register. Okay. Next what I am doing, I am moving that one into the variable T1. So that is whatever is there in the register, you move on to the memory location whose name or the variable name is an T1, because I cannot perform the move minus b to the T, because memory to the memory transformation is not there. So one has to be an register and the other one has to be to the memory location, that is to the variable. So that's why directly we have not written move T1 comma minus b, because memory to the memory you cannot move. Okay, so one should be an register and the other one should be an memory location, the variable. That's why these are the 2 instructions what we are having for this. Okay, whenever there is a assignment operator. So here also there is one more assignment operator is there. So for that purpose again there are 2 instructions we are having. So what is that one? So initially I am moving whatever is there in the T3 to the some register or not. Similarly, whatever is there in the memory location, we have moved it to the register and register to the memory location. Same here also, whatever is there in the T3, that we are moving into the register R0, and finally whatever is R0, that I am moving on to the register. Therefore, whenever there is an assignment operator you are having, so these are the 2 instructions that has to be generated. So we are generalizing it now. So whenever we are having an assignment operator, there are 2 statement or the instructions has to be generated in the machine code or the assembly code. So which is that one? One is moving the value from the memory to the register, that is this one, and the other one is register to the memory location. 2 instructions will come whenever there is an assignment operator. So now if I am having a plus operator, how this will be undone? So initially I'll move one of the argument to the register, because I cannot directly perform add C, D. Why? Both are in the memory location. I cannot perform the addition between the value which are there in the memory location. One should be a register and the other one should be in the memory location. Therefore, here will be performing, I'll move one of the argument to the register. So C will be moved to the register, and then I am performing the addition between the D and the R0. So addition between the D and the R0. And then whatever is the result is there in the R0, that I am moving on to the T2 variable. So it is register to variable, register to variable. Here variable to the register. So these are the 3 instructions that will be generated for this particular statement. So for this particular statement, we are generating the 3 instruction. Now you can generalize it. So whichever may be, either it is a star, division, subtraction, or the addition, the 3 instruction has to be generated. So initially the memory to the register movement, and then perform the whatever addition, subtraction, division, or whatever it is. Then result will be there in the register. Move that to the variable. That is the memory location. So 3 instruction we are generating for this, and we are having one more star operator. So star operator, again same thing. T1 has to be moved to the register, okay, initially, or T2, whichever you want you can move. So T1 will be a register to the R0. Anyone can be moved, doesn't matter. Then multiply the T1 and T2, that is R0 and T2, because multiplication you cannot apply between the 2 registers. Then whatever the result is there, that you move on to the T3. Therefore, these are the 3 instructions what we are generating it for the third statement. You can observe one more thing here. So we have repeated the 2 statement. What is that one? Can you observe here? R0, whatever is there, I am moving on to the T3. Again, whatever is there, T3, I am moving on to the R0. Then why these 2 instructions are required? Not required. Directly after multiplying R0 and the T2, whatever is there in the R0, I can move on to the A. Correct or not? These 2 are now, these are the extra statement what we are getting. What is the necessary of this repeated instruction? You may get a question on this. So as I told you, I am not writing this particular code only for this particular expression. You can write any other expression, and I wanted to generate the machine code. So if I am writing only for this one, I may or I have removed these 2 instruction. Directly I would have written this one. But if I am considering any other instruction, I don't know that what is the expression what you are having. So what I have done in general here is, if it is an assignment statement, 2 instructions compulsory. If it is an assignment, 2 instructions compulsory. If it is any other operation like a star division, then 3 instructions are compulsory. 3 instructions are compulsory. Like that we have generalized it. So that's why I cannot remove these 2 instruction. Okay, because I am writing the code for any of the expression, not only for this particular expression. Okay, it is, the program is very simple. So just what we are doing here is we are considering that particular expression, and this particular machine code will be generated by considering that same whatever that printf statements. That's it we are doing here. So this is your main function. So here, as I told you, you are having a input file and the output file. fp1 is a pointer that will point to the input file. fp2 is a pointer that will point to the output file. Okay, so I am opening the input file in the read mode, and we are opening the output file in the write mode. So fp1 in the read mode and ft2, because from the input file we are not only reading it, and to the output file we are writing it. Okay, now you come to, if it is not a end of the file, so means in the input file still there are characters exist. So fscan. So what I will do here, so I am printing this. Okay, result argument 1, argument 2, operator, and I told you, no, so whatever is there in the input, we are storing all your input in this particular format. 4 column. One is result, okay, that is R. Other one is argument 1, next operator, and the argument 2. So okay, we are reading that one. We are reading whatever the input is there, the input what you are giving, that is which one? The 3 address code. 3 address code, whatever is there, we are reading that. Okay, fscanf it is. We are reading to the file. So what are the 4 column? These are the 4 columns what we are having. Okay, and we are reading that 3 address code. We are reading that 3 address code. That is complete 3 address. Whatever the 4 or 5 instructions are there, no, that will be read into the input file fp1. Okay, after this reading that, then what I am doing here, if I am comparing, if it is a plus operator. So as I told you, if it is a plus operator, 3 instructions will be generated. Which are those 3 instructions? One is move from the memory to the register. then add, multiplication, division, or whatever subtraction between the register and the one more variable. Finally move the result back to the memory location. So these are the three instructions as I told you. Okay, that is what we are doing it here. So what I am doing here, move R0, that is initially R0 will come, then comma you are having, percentage s is nothing but argument 1. What is your argument 1 in this particular example? If it is T2 C plus D, result is stored in the T2, argument 1 is C, argument 2 is D, operator is plus. Therefore argument 1, what is your argument 1? C. So I am printing that. Then f print of add, add, then R0, then comma, percentage s is nothing but argument 2. What is argument 2? D. So that will be printed. Then move, then percentage f first, that is result. What is your result? T2. So T2, then comma R0, comma R0. So it is just a printf statement, nothing else you are doing it here. Okay, so that is for if the operator is plus. If the operator is star, again same three instructions only we are printing. Okay, nothing else we are doing. Three instructions we are printing by using a printf statement. Same thing if it is a minus, if it is a division. So if your expression has a minus operator or if your expression has a division operator, same thing we are printing, because as I told you that this code has to be executed for any of the given expression, not only for that particular expression. So we have considered the minus also division. And as I told you that if the operator what you are considering, if it is an is equal to operator, so that is an assignment operator. When it is an assignment operator, there are two instructions are there. So which are those instructions? That is move from the variable to the register and from the register to the variable. So that is what we are doing. So the same thing. So for this particular instruction, there are two printf statement, and for this two statement. One is move minus b to the R0, R0 to the T1. Here last instruction this is. T3 to the R0, R0 to the A. So these are the two printf statement what you are using if your operator is equal to assignment operator. Here the operator is equal to division. Here the operator is equal to an minus operator. So string comparison we are checking, that's it. So here there are only two printf. Here for all other operator you are having a three particular, but this particular program doesn't work suppose if you are having any unary operators. Okay, we are not doing that one. Here minus b will be considered as an one argument, not as a unary operator. Getting my point? And this will not work if there is an exponential operator is there. Here only we have considered plus, minus, division and subtraction, and for assignment. If you want you can include for that also, it doesn't matter. So after that one, so all the cases we have considered what has to be unprinted. So these things has to be printed. Then I am closing the input file, and also I am closing the output file. So that's it. So this is a program, and this is the input and this is the output. What you are input is this, but we are storing it into a one more file by considering the 4 column, and this is the output what you are generating. You can check it out by giving any other different expressions, and you can check that one. Okay, thank you.